The final whistle has already faded. The stadium lights have been switched off one by one. The banners have been folded. The last plane has taken the last player home. Football ended. But something refused to leave with it. Something quieter. Something stronger. Something the scoreboard could never hold and the clock could never stop. This is the story of what remained after the beautiful game went silent. This is the story the world still needs to hear. We watched the tournament rise like a temporary sun. For a few short weeks, the world felt smaller, softer, almost possible. Strangers sang the same songs. Children wore jerseys that did not belong to their own flag. Mothers wiped tears for sons they had never met. Doors that could have stayed closed opened instead. In one corner of the earth, but people who had never shared a border, shared bread, shared silence, shared the weight of hope. And when the last match ended, when the confetti stopped falling, when the cameras turned away, the scoreboards went dark, but the hearts did not. Because some things are not measured in goals. Some things are not decided by 90 minutes. Some things refuse to obey the final whistle. Football ended, humanity didn't. The lights went out, but the heart stayed lit. Football ended, humanity didn't. The stadium's emptied, but the kindness stayed full. You can turn off the floodlights, you can pack away the flags, you can silence the anthem, but you cannot silence what ordinary people choose to become for one another. Football ended, humanity didn't. Remember the children who ran toward players with open arms and names they could barely pronounce. They did not ask which government signed which paper. They only asked if there was still room for another friend. Remember the mothers who prayed for safety over sons who were not born of their blood. They did not need a passport to feel the same fear and the same love. Remember the streets where strangers offered water, food, and a place to sit without asking for a camera or a reward. Remember the quiet moments when two peoples looked at each other and decided, without speeches, without treaties, that the person in front of them was simply human. That decision outlived every match. That decision is still alive tonight. The tournament had a beginning and an ending. Kindness does not. Football ended, humanity didn't. The lights went out, but the heart stayed lit. Football ended, humanity didn't. The stadium's emptied, but the kindness stayed full. You can turn off the floodlights, you can pack away the flags, you can silence the anthem, but you cannot silence what ordinary people chose to become for one another. Football ended, humanity didn't. Now the world has returned to its usual noise. Borders feel thick again. News cycles spin faster. Fear finds new voices, yet somewhere the memory of those open doors still walks quietly through ordinary streets. Somewhere a child still wears a jersey that once belonged to another nation and feels no contradiction in his heart. Somewhere a mother still remembers praying for a boy she never met and feels no regret. Somewhere two strangers who once shared a meal under Mexican lights still carry each other and the private language of gratitude. This is the evidence the world keeps trying to forget, that humanity's not a tournament. It does not end when the referee raises his hand. It does not expire when the last fan leaves the stadium. It continues in the smell stubborn choices of people who refuse to close their hearts. If one city could open its arms to a people it barely knew, if ordinary mothers and children and workers could choose welcome over suspicion, if two nations that had never shared a border could share a single heartbeat for a few sacred weeks, then why not the rest of us? Why not every street? Why not every border? Why not every ordinary morning when we meet a stranger and decide again to see the human first? The example has already been lived. It does not need new inventions. It only needs to be repeated. Imagine a world that watched what happened and decided to copy it. Imagine children growing up knowing that kindness across difference is not a miracle but a decision. Imagine mothers in every country teaching their sons that a stranger's safety can matter as much as their own. Imagine cities that keep their doors slightly open even after the cameras leave. Imagine scoreboards that are forgotten while the memory of shared bread is passed from one generation to the next. This is not naive, this is not weak, this is the strongest thing human beings have ever done. Look at someone different and still pose to protect their dignity. Football showed us it is possible.
Football ended, humanity didn't. The lights went out, but the heart stayed lit. Football ended, humanity didn't. The stadium's emptied, but the kindness stayed full. You can turn off the floodlights, you can pack away the flags, you can silence the anthems, but you cannot silence what ordinary people chose to become. For one another, football ended, humanity didn't. And as long as one person still chooses to open a door, still chooses to see the human first, still chooses to love a child who does not share their name, humanity will never end. The final whistle was never the end of the story. It was only the end of the game. What remains is the quieter, longer match, played in kitchens, in streets, in the private decisions of ordinary hearts. May the world learn the lesson that was written not in goals, but in open hands. May every child who watched grow up believing that kindness is stronger than any final score. Football ended, humanity didn't, and it never will, as long as we refuse to let it. The floodlights, you can pack away the flags, you can silence the anthems, but you cannot silence what ordinary people chose to become for one another. Football ended, humanity didn't, and it never will, as long as we refuse to let it.